Do you see others getting married, having kids, buying houses, or progressing in their careers? Sometimes it might feel like everyone else is getting ahead but you. Sound familiar? I hadn't had a long-term relationship till I was 24 years old. When I was 23, I gave up my previous career in law, which I'd spent years preparing for, and started a whole new path from a blank slate. Let me tell you, I know what it feels like to feel like you're behind and playing catch up. If any of this resonates, make sure to watch this till the end, as it was made for you. I'm now 28 years old, and in this video I'll be sharing a few things I would have told my younger self in their early 20s to help them navigate the years to come. I heard a story about a billionaire who was surrounded by his billionaire friends and felt broke. This guy was worth around $4 billion, but still felt like he was poor when surrounded by his wealthier friends. Sounds ridiculous, right? But that's no different to some of us. That billionaire probably felt the exact same way that some of us do when we begin comparing our path to others. You ever heard the quote, "Comparison is the thief of joy"? This is what this points to. We are essentially robbing ourselves of the beauty of our own path when we start to create judgments about where we are compared to others. The grass isn't greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. Your path is special. Your path is yours. Your path has its own intrinsic beauty that only requires you to see it. I was once told to stop shoulding on myself. You ever done this? To say I should be here or things should be this way when they aren't? Do you know what the act of shoulding on ourselves does? It creates a conflict with what is. Conflict is the direct opposite of peace. When we are conflicting with our reality, we are at war with it. This is what the wise talk about when they say suffering is resistance to what is. The moment I stop fighting with reality and begin to surrender, my experience of the reality completely changes. So begin noticing when you are shoulding on yourself and start to let go of those thoughts. They're simply creating a fight that doesn't need to be fought. I remember growing up, I used to have a problem with authority. I didn't like being told what to do or to follow certain rules. It made me feel like I was constricted and made to fit a mold. Yet, what if that is what we are doing when we're making up all of these rules about where we should be and how it should look? According to who? Have you ever questioned whether these things you thought you wanted by a certain time were actually made up by you? Or were you told that's what you should want? In essence, perhaps it's time to stop following the made-up rules we can be led to believe and start creating new ones. You get to change the rules for your life anytime you want. You're living by the rules that you've made for yourself. Sometimes we just forget we made them up in the first place. I can look back now and be grateful for taking it slow. Initially, I wanted to just get everything quickly and easily, but I would have missed something if that happened. I see it all the time. Some entrepreneurs achieve massive growth within the space of a year or two, but they miss out on the wisdom, grit, maturity in the process, which comes back to bite them later. Do not underestimate the power of slow growth. It's not about getting what you want, it's about who you become in the process. Wealth, relationships can be taken away in a second, but who you become will always be with you. It's funny how we can use this label of being behind, not realizing that is literally what we are painting our reality with. What do you think opens up when we drop the label that we are behind? We change the experience of our reality. We're no longer behind. We're exactly where we need to be. It's just a label that we were making up. Our thoughts are like label makers, but we get to choose what label we want to give to our reality. That is always down to us. For a long time, it was common to just follow the typical path and sort your life out in your 20s. But here's why this may be a mistake for many. Our 20s can be a time for experimenting. It can be a time for mistakes, trying new things, soul searching, and not confining ourselves to one path. Don't fall into something for the sake of it. Give yourself the permission to be in the unknown and follow the direction that is truly aligned with you, even if it takes a bit more time. You may have heard this before, but you're young. I can't tell you how many times I've been told by those older than me, I wish I'd taken the risks and tried things like you when I was younger. You're in the best place to be right now. See that. Embrace it. Drop a comment telling me about your journey. I would love to know more about you, and make sure to check out the video that's popped up, as it'll take some of what we've been exploring a bit deeper. And if you found value in this video, give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and thanks so much for watching. Love you all.